Welcome to the EHC-TV Sports Interview. I'm Logan Nestor here with Connor Wise, a senior baseball player for Emory and Henry. How are you today, Connor?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. And Connor, this is your senior year here at Emory and Henry. The baseball team 8-16 after a tough weekend. Team started out around 500 this season. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Well, we're doing a lot of good things right now. We played Shenandoah this past weekend, and they're 22-5, something like that. They're a really good team, and we competed really well. Caught a couple bad breaks, but I think we're on track to be a contender in the ODAC.
And early in the ODAC season, about 10 games in, Emory and Henry was one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the conference as far as record goes. What was going right then to allow you to be that high?
Well, people who play baseball know that you got to catch a lot of breaks. We were catching those breaks early in the season. Now, seem to be falling against us. So, like I said, if we just keep doing what we're doing, things will fall our way again.
All right, and you're the main power hitter on this team. You have 5 home runs, Branson Christopher next with 3, and then I don't think anyone else has more than 1. So is that something that you really work on during the offseason? Do you work on your power?
A little bit. I've been blessed with power, luckily. But really just work on hitting the ball hard. That's all you can do, and just you hit the ball hard, it's going to get up in the air. It's going to fly sometimes.
And most of your home runs have been here at home at Porterfield, DeVault Field, right here in Emory. Is there something about this park that allows you to hit more home runs here? Yeah,
we got a nice jet stream blowing out to left field. Me and Branson, we try to take full advantage of that whenever we're at home. Just get the ball up in the air, see if the wind can take it.
Yeah, sometimes there are some high pop-ups that find their way out there in left field. Is that something, do you try to take advantage of that? Do you try to hit the ball to left field?
Coach is going to hate me for it, but yeah, sometimes I enjoy hitting the ball hard to left field. Hopefully it'll get out.
All right, and Connor, this is your senior year here at Emory. We've already talked about that. What does your senior year mean to you as an athlete? Probably the last time you'll play competitively.
Senior year means everything. Whether we win or we lose, it's the last time I'm going to be out on the field. I want it to be something I'll remember for the rest of my life, and so far my teammates have been awesome. They've done that for me.
All right, and you talked about your teammates. Some of the other seniors on this team, is that something that you all talk about?
We try to avoid it as much as we can, but you can't really avoid it. We know that we're all going to be done here in 2 weeks, so talking about it's kind of starting to pick up a little bit, knowing we've got to leave it all on the field because this is all we got.
And you already had your senior season in high school, and in high school, you probably knew by your senior season that you were going to go on to play in college somewhere. So is there a different feel to be a senior in college?
Not much. Just knowing that in high school you're going to get to continue the game, and this year you don't know what's going to happen next. Is it going to be golfing? Is it going to be softball? So just knowing that competitive baseball is going to come to an end, it's kind of puts you back down to earth.
All right, and this is your senior season, but it's only your second year at Emory and Henry. You're a transfer from Roane State Community College in Tennessee. Take me through the process of coming from community college to Emory and Henry.
Year was ending up at Roane. I'd not even talked to any schools yet. Thought I was going to be done, and I got a call from Coach Miller, who's no longer here. Got a call from him saying that we're losing our catcher. We don't have anybody else. If I'm interested to give him a call back. So obviously you have the chance to play college baseball, you're going to call him back. So called him back. He was a great guy. I loved talking to him. He said a lot of good things about Emory. I came up on a visit. Actually got to meet a lot of the guys over summer that were here working, and just felt like the right place to be. It felt like home. So I'm glad I got to experience this.
All right, and at Roane State, that was a community college, and that's something that's very common for college baseball players is to go to 2 years of community college, even at the Division I level.
Right.
So when you went to Roane State, was that the eventual plan to transfer and play somewhere?
Yeah, the plan actually was for me to go to another school, which I had talked to previously, but they ended up having catchers quit, and they had to pick up JUCO kids the year before I got there. So timing didn't work out, so I was kind of stuck in the middle, not knowing what to do. And then, like I said, Coach Miller called and picked me up.
And now academically, transferring from a community college to Emory and Henry, was there any big transition, or was it pretty much just playing baseball and going to school just with new people?
It's pretty much just going to school and playing baseball. Obviously, the academics here at Emory are much more demanding than they were at Roane State, but still have to study, still have to do all that. But like I said, it's pretty much the same.
All right, and I have to ask you about the beard too. A lot of baseball players now are going with a beard. Have you always had the beard, or is this something just for this baseball season?
I usually have a little bit of beard, but the Red Sox did it last year, and I was like, it's my last year. Might as well go for it. A couple of the guys said they were going to do it with me, but they backed out. They couldn't keep up.
So you're the only one with a scraggly beard on the team right now.
The only one with the beard.
All right. And let's talk about your leadership a little bit. You're the catcher on this team. You're the senior catcher, a natural position of leadership on the field. You really don't have much of a choice but to be a leader. Is that something that you relish?
Yeah, definitely. My dad caught growing up. My brother catches, so that leadership has always been in the family, and they just you don't really care much about it at the time until baseball's over. Then that's when you really appreciate the fact that, hey, I was a leader. This is what I am.
All right, and you talked about your dad and your brother. So obviously you come from a baseball family.
Yep.
Was that instrumental in getting you to play baseball when you were a kid?
Not really. Dad always he gave me a little leash, let me do what I wanted to do, but obviously he would prefer me play baseball. So I've played ever since I can remember. That's what it's always been.
All right, well, thanks for being here, Connor, and good luck with the rest of the season. I appreciate you being here, beard and all.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that'll do it for the EHC TV Sports interview, and now we'll send it over.